every year, and this has continued. A lot of support and a lot of support was given by President Kibaki himself, who was personally there, and also his administration. Yes, and also the rugby sevens, I've already mentioned that, and a lot of other sports that got a lot of push and impetus from the government of President Kibaki. So I would say he was a great man and did a lot for sport.
And it's just not about supporting sports. He was a participant in these championships.
Correct. He had been there, and being a great lover of golf, he was personally there to ensure that everything goes on well. He was there to give the gifts to the winning people, and his presence alone really improved the stature of the event and made it world class, the international event that we still enjoy up to today.
And Brother Gordon, all these aspects we've talked about now, the championships that were held in 2007, in 2010, actually the creation of the sports ministry in 2003 rather, and the way the departed president supported golf sports in the country. What would go down as President Kibaki's legacy in so regards to the sports activities?
A lot. He was hands-on. He loved sports very much. Would come and attend personally as much as possible. He started also the sports fund within the Sports Act. Sorry, I know in the interest of time, yes, within the Sports Act there was also the sports fund being created. There was the sports office of the sports registrar and the sports tribunal to look into the disputes arising within sports. Now, talking about sports fund has been a milestone in making funds available for sports development, and almost every sports practitioner today and every sports federation will tell you things are a lot better now because there's more money available for sports development than it used to be there before. But the sports fund was created by President Kibaki in the Sports Act, and so we must give credit to the departed President Kibaki for that.
Your parting remarks?
My parting remarks: let us continue to professionalize sports. Sports can work. Sports is an enormous industry, but let us put professionals, let us put technical people, as President Kibaki did. Let us put technical people to manage sports events, to manage sports institution, and to manage sports activities. Let us professionalize sports. In the legacy of President Kibaki, as an honor to President Kibaki, let us professionalize sports and let it be run by professional people, by technical people, and listen to the advice of technical people with regard to management of sports.
Thank you so much. Wahome, that is Mr. Gordon Oluwach talking to us about the sports spectrum with regards to, as we talk about the sports, as we discuss it along the legacy of the departed President Mwai Kibaki. You heard him mention quite a lot that the president did in the sports department. Talk about the initiation of the championships that Kenya held in 2007 and 2010, actually, and also the creation of the sports ministry 2003. And just apart from that, now we are talking. Right now, we have a sports act that actually transformed the sports policy into a law, and that has come a long way in streamlining sports activities in the country. Well, that is it from this end, Wahome, and allow me to hand it back to you right now in studio.
Thank you very much, Wycliffe Okech. He is our reporter in Kisumu as we are honoring an icon, former President Mwai Kibaki, who passed away on Thursday last week and will be buried on Saturday. And he was speaking with Gordon Oluwach, a former commissioner for sport, and he was there for 8 of the 10 years that former President Mwai Kibaki was president. He served in the State Department for Sport, so he knows how everything changed, including the Sports Act would have been passed around 2011 or 2012, but we know our federations, there are times like pulling everything to the final edge so that they could have a little bit of say, but right now all of them have got to toe the line and some of the foundations that were laid for the administration of sport. Thank you very much. Well, we continue the conversation in studio with a golf writer and historian, Sam Kamau, and we are talking about President Mwai Kibaki was the patron of the Kenya Golf Union from 1978, and 1978 is a year that for the Kenya golfing fraternity they will not forget. The late Chris Kahara was